If you are not interested in deep biblical revelation, just keep on scrolling. This video is only for the deep ones. Now the shallow believers have left, now it's going to get powerful. Matthew 26 verse 63 says this, "And Jesus held his peace, and the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living God, that you tell us whether thou be the Christ, or the Christ the Son of God. Jesus saith unto him, Thou hast said, nevertheless, I say unto you, hereafter ye shall see the Son of Man seated on the right hand of power, coming in the clouds of heaven. Then the high priest rent his clothes, saying, He has spoken blasphemy. What further need have we of this witness? Behold, now ye have heard his blasphemy." The event is happening after Christ was captured or arrested at Gethsemane. It's going to get powerful now. Pay attention. The high priest rent his clothes. Check out Leviticus 21:10. And he that is a high priest among his brethren, upon whose hand or upon whose head the anointing oil was poured, and that is consecrated to put on the garments, shall not uncover his head or nor rend his garments. The high priest is not allowed to rip his garments. See, what you need to understand is that at the time of Christ, there was underneath a Levitical priesthood. Christ in his ministry was a king, but not a priest. So we can see here that when Jesus was brought before the high priest, who's Leviticus priest, ripped his garment, showing us that the priesthood is being ripped away from Levi, and the priesthood is going back to the king, who is Jesus Christ, back to the Melchizedek priesthood. Now check this out. John 19:23, check this out. "Then the soldiers, when they had crucified Jesus, took his garment," remember he's a Melchizedek priest, "they took his garment and made 4 parts of every soldier a part, and also his coat. Now the coat was without seam, woven from the top to throughout. Then said they among themselves, Let us not rend it, but cast lots for it. For it shall be that the scripture might be fulfilled," which we know is in the book of Psalms chapter 22. See, what you need to understand is that the high priest ripped his coat, which represented his Levitical priesthood. He ripped it in the presence of Christ. Christ has now ripped the Levitical priesthood away from Levi, and now he has it. When he's crucified on the cross, the Romans could not rip his jacket. Why? Because it's the Melchizedek priesthood. That's why they didn't rip his jacket or rip his mantle, because it represents the priesthood. If they ripped his jacket, then he would not be the priest. If they ripped the jacket, then the Melchizedek priesthood would have been ripped away from Christ. This here shows us that the Levitical priesthood is gone and ended. We are now underneath Melchizedek priesthood, king and priest.